How dare you get married? How dare you make your own life choices? You belong to us. And it's like, I'm done. It's been a year. Welcome back to my channel. Oh my goodness, I cannot speak loud because I have my son on me. He just fell asleep. I was like, this is the only time I get to make a video, and I will not waste it. I also want to not really do my makeup, but put my face together. And I wanted to make this video for you guys where I just talk about my au pair experience during COVID. Crazy time. I can't believe it was 5 years ago now. So that means I've been here for 5 years. Oh my god. Anyway, so believe it or not, it was the best time of my life. I know it was COVID. We were in lockdown, a pandemic, right? But me and my host family were traveling. We were road tripping, going on planes. I don't know what's going on. So let me just backtrack. I came to the United States March 1st. I landed in New York. If you didn't know, COVID started second week of March. So my first week, I was in New York for training as an au pair. And then, my second week, that's when the lockdown was being announced, I guess. I was in Chicago with my family, my host family. And it was the worst news, right? Kids were at home, out of school. I didn't know what I was doing. Child, listen, it was a whole thing. But I got a routine together, obviously. Because it's not like I didn't know what it was like without them. Because they were supposed to be in school most of the day. But as soon as I started, COVID started. So they were home. So for me, it was like, oh, I guess we're home. And we have a schedule, literally timed. 9 a.m. you do this, 10 a.m., 10:30, 11, 12. That mom was on point. And I appreciated that. So what happened was the parents got tired of being in the house all day with the kids, right? And Florida at that point was not really strict with their lockdown and staying home. Everything was kind of open still. So we decided to go take a road trip to Florida. We didn't fly because the flights obviously was canceled. So we drove to Florida. It was an amazing road trip, honestly. We went through many states. I got to see a lot of stuff. That was the whole thing. We were stuffed in the car, but we made it. I was just excited anyway. And we had planned on going to Mexico actually around that time, but COVID. So we went to Florida, stayed there for a whole month. When I tell you, that place was beautiful. It was a mansion. 3 levels, huge house right by the beach. So I was having the time of my life. Beaches are open. It was like what location was it? 30A is really where the rich people are, okay? It's not like Panama City and them. It's where the rich people are. So nothing was closed. And we were there for like a whole month. While we were there, primarily we were in Chicago, right? Chicago was going crazy. Schools were shut down. Everything was shut down. So the parents were like, we don't want to go back home to go be in the house all day. So they're like, we've been tired of Chicago anyway, so we want to go live somewhere else. Are you willing to come with us? Because, when you come to America, really you just want the 4 seasons, especially for me, because I come from South Africa. Because I come from South Africa, it's just warm all the time. So they thought I came here for 4 seasons, which is fair. And they planned on moving to Texas, which is kind of like South Africa. They don't really get snow. So they're like, hey, we don't want to hold you down in a place where, if you really want to experience the winter, you can stay. You can, have another family in Chicago, and we're going to move to Texas. I was like, hell no. I'm not doing that whole rematch thing because I want some snow. We can travel. I can travel to wherever, really, where there's snow. around those times, and they travel too. So they're like, yeah, we have family in Chicago. We'll be here during the winters. We'll be traveling. We'll be going places. So it's not really a whole thing, right? Cool. Fast forward, after a month in Florida, we came to Austin, Texas, just to see around, and they get to like see some houses, what they like, what they don't like. It was a whole month in Texas. Fun. Me personally, I'm a homebody, right? So they're like, oh yeah, there's plenty of space, places here for you to go out and drink, have some fun. I'm not that type of person. Like, I guess. But I never went to a club in America. It's crazy. I never, ever went partying. 5 years. That's why I don't, like I said, I don't do it often anyway. So after that month, we went back home to Chicago. Everything was kind of cooled down. I think it was around July. Everything was cooled down. Woo, child. We had a month in Chicago, packing everything and getting ready to relocate officially to Austin. We did that in August. The kids started school. It was a roller coaster. But when I tell you, as soon as we settled in Texas in August, September, October, November, I was traveling. I went to Las Vegas, LA, Vail, Colorado, Phoenix. I was out of here. You could not find me anywhere. Because it was at that point, I was saving up my money to go home, technically, right? Because within the first year, you can go back home and then come back without having to redo your visa and all of that. So obviously, I was planning on coming back home. And since South Africa at that point was still locked down for a whole year, I had plenty of money saved up because I was going to obviously buy a plane ticket, spoil my family when I'm back home. So I had a lot of money saved up. I shopped until I dropped. You're right, baby boy. I shopped until I dropped. I shopped for every vacation. I was on point, okay? I did everything I wanted because I was like, this money is basically useless right now. Well, not useless, but it was meant to travel for traveling, and I was not traveling back home. So I went everywhere. Every month I was somewhere. And God bless my host family because my schedule was so flexible. The mom was working from home. She wasn't really working, but she was home most of the time. The dad was working from home. So there wasn't anything strict about their schedule where they needed me to be home all the time, right? And that's one thing I appreciated. In terms of making friends, finding friends, like I said, I'm a homebody. I'm used to being by myself. I'm not used to having people around me, so that was not a problem for me. Although I did have friends, or a friend, which in December she moved back home. So there I was again, lonely, just sitting by myself. I don't know what I'm doing with makeup. Y'all already know. I'm just here doing whatever. So I had a lot of fun. One thing that was not fun that I realized a few years ago, actually, like maybe 2 years, is when I experienced racism for the first time in my life. I was shocked that it was even racism because I was like, I don't know, I didn't think it was, I knew of racism, I just never experienced it firsthand. And that was when I was in that bougie place in Florida with all the rich folks, right? Because what is a black girl doing here? They literally said, your kind doesn't belong here. And then they called the sheriff on me. I was in the house at that point. My host dad attended to it. I was blind to everything. I didn't know it was for me. I didn't know what they wanted. But yeah, they called the sheriff on me to check that I actually lived there because the house was beautiful. So they're like, a black girl in that huge ass house? You do not belong here. You cannot go on our beaches. The whole thing. Imagine white people calling a sheriff on a little girl. I was 20, 21. Nonetheless, what it is though. So that experience opened my eyes. It's crazy because I would not take my family right now to that place, even though it's beautiful and everybody deserves to go to places like those. I would not do that because, not because I'm scared, but because I know how fragile our lives are. Yeah, so just be aware of racism. It is a thing. I never experienced it back home. Maybe I did. I was born to it. I don't know. But that was my first time ever coming across two Karens. All I wanted to do was go through a gate that will take me to the beach, but I found myself in a sticky situation. Not for long though. All I really did was like, can I go through that gate so I can go to the beach? Ooh, who are you? Your kind doesn't belong here. You don't belong here. I was like, I have a bracelet. It was a little thing. You open the gate with it. Oh, you have a bracelet. Where do you come from? I was like, I come from that house over there by the corner with my family. Oh, your family? Oh, okay. And then they let me walk through. Little did I know, while I was, I guess, on the beach, they called the police on me. And then I came home. The sheriff was there, and then they didn't do anything to me though. My host dad kind of took care of it, I guess. Like I said, I was oblivious to the whole situation. I thought, oh, I guess the sheriff is here. Okay, the police serve and protect, which they're supposed to. They're protecting and serving their own, which is okay. So yeah, enough about that though. Because my entire 365 days was amazing until I got married and my host family got salty. How dare you get married? How dare you make your own life choices? You belong to us. And it's like, I'm done. It's been a year. We paid so much money to even be in the program. I paid money too. Get out of here. It was a whole situation, but if y'all want to hear about that, let me know. Because it was the month leading to me leaving, like March 1st when I left their house, it was crazy. If you want to hear that story, let me know. Something to note about host families, like, I guess, like they're all not the same. And if you ever find yourself in a sticky situation, like as soon as you land, you can rematch for sure. Do not stay in a place where you don't feel welcome. You know, so definitely rematch. Like, being an au pair is not terrible. I had the best time. I'm not saying everybody's gonna have the best time, because people are different everywhere you go. It's just, what should I do with my eyes? It's just, for me, at the last month, it was kind of crazy, because I was like, I thought you guys took me as a family member, but I guess I was a child in their eyes, so it's okay. It's crazy because I haven't spoken to them since. You win some, you lose some, and I guess that was what they chose. I don't know, child. It was a crazy situation, but for the whole year, I had the best time. We traveled everywhere. They took care of everything. They bought me clothes at some point, because I remember we went from Vail, Colorado. It was in February when Texas experienced a snowstorm for the first time, so all airports were closed. So we're like, oh, I guess we're not going back home. We went somewhere warm, because we were in Colorado for 2 weeks. So we wanted something warm. We didn't want to stay there. And we went to Phoenix. Hot as hell. All we had was winter clothes. And they bought me clothes with their own money. You know, when you're well off, you don't really see those things, right? But yeah, like, I appreciate them to this day. If ever they see this, I love them to death. But it's just sad how it ended. But like I said, if you ever find yourself in a sticky situation firsthand, you are more than welcome to go. Like, you're more than welcome to find another host family until you meet your own people. Like, do not stay in a terrible situation and suck it out for a whole year while you're miserable or you're treated horribly, because You know, you're in a different country with no family and with nobody. Do not ever just stick it out. Like, there are families out there who will actually not protect, but like love you and treat you like a person. It doesn't have to be hard at all, or like you don't have to be miserable. Like, you'll find families where you don't even have to work damn near, because the kids are always in school. They don't really expect much from you. They'll pay you extra. That's what mine did. At that point, the stipend was $195 a week. Yeah. And I got a little bit more than that, which they didn't have to, but they did. So, you know, it definitely does get better. You do not have to stick with the family just because you feel like you have nowhere else to go. And if you don't have anywhere else to go, you can go back home. Just saying. But yeah, y'all, if you want to hear my crazy story of how it went down with my host family before I left, let me know, because I remember it like it happened yesterday. Trying to forgive and forget. I mean, I did. Anyone can do whatever they want. It's just, don't treat me like that after we had a good ass time. Because I decided to make my own life choices. I'm an adult. This is crazy work. I'm an adult. Oh, if you were my child, I wouldn't let you do this. I'm not your child. My own parents don't have a problem. What the hell is going on? But let me know. Let me know. Anyway, that's how I do my makeup. It's really just that's sticky. It's in the lips and the eyes, in my opinion. My face doesn't need that much, because also I'm having an outbreak of eczema. I hate it. So I'm not trying to clog my pores and irritate my skin more than it's already irritated. You know? So I'm just gonna put on some Vaseline. I took this from my mom before I left. So this is like more than 5 years old. If you open, and it's still very much here. Come back after 5 years and check if it's still here or not. Smells good. Memories. Anyway, I need some earrings so I don't look like a boy. What else? Cat eye? Nah. Alrighty. Thanks for hearing me out. I'm done and I'm out. I'm gonna put this child in bed because he's heavy. Oh my god. But yeah, I will see you guys next week.